Joining us live from via Skype from the city of Sitwe, the capital of Rakhine State, is our correspondent David Grunebaum. David, you among thousands of Myanmar citizens heard Aung San Suu Kyi's speech in Yangon. What was the general public sentiment toward her speech?
Yeah, let's just clarify. I am in Yangon and watched in Yangon with a large crowd of people who had gathered outside downtown where they had big screens playing her speech. Now, it's important to point out that she gave the speech in English, so most of the people in this crowd could not understand what she was saying until later on in the day when some translations started coming out from them. But when you talk to people here, most of the people here in Myanmar seem to support her. The people I spoke with today, they support her and were very supportive of her speech. When you talk to the people here, so many of them, not everyone, but so many of them feel that the international community just does not understand the situation in Rakhine. They say, this is problems that have been going back for decades, very complex. They also bring up the fact that, there was the attack by the Rohingya militants on August 25th that set off this counterinsurgency campaign. However, when I bring up, well, yes, people acknowledge the attacks on the 25th, but there is an argument coming out from human rights activists and much of the international community that the government, the military has been targeting civilians, and that is what's been driving so many people into Bangladesh, 400,000 plus Rohingya Muslims in Bangladesh. They say, well, this was started by Rohingyas, and this is what they need to do. People support her. People love her still. She's still very much beloved by this country, no matter what generation you're talking to, and they feel she is the person who can figure out the solutions to the problems there, that she speaks the truth, and that she's the best one who can figure this out. So what I've heard from several people today was the international community doesn't get it, we get it, and Aung San Suu Kyi gets it, and that's what matters. So she still has overwhelming support from the people in this country, no matter what's coming out of the international community.
And she acknowledged she wants to know what happened to let those people flee Myanmar, and that's what the UN investigators have been trying to do. They need full, unfettered access to Myanmar to get to the bottom of this. Will that happen?
Yeah, well, that's quite a question there. The UN has been trying to send investigators in for months, since long before these August 25th attacks. This goes back to, there was attacks back in October by Rohingya militants, much smaller scale than what happened in August. There was a counterinsurgency then, which then led to huge human rights accusations, of human rights violations. Big accusations of human rights violations then, including extrajudicial killings, gang rapes, burning down of scores of Rohingya villages. So they've been trying to get investigators since then. The government of Myanmar has blocked that. There is no indication as to if they're going to let this investigative team in, and if so, when. That would certainly be very unpopular right now in this political climate of this country. So many people in this country just do not want the UN involved with these issues. In fact, right now, the UN cannot get into northern Rakhine to deliver humanitarian aid in that area. They're shut out of northern Rakhine just to bring in humanitarian aid. So when and if they would bring in investigators, that would be quite a change from what's been the line that we've been getting so far from most of the government.
All right. Thank you so much, David, for your reporting.